good afternoon to all of you. I would like to welcome you all in our afternoon session. We bring this session every Saturday. In this, we bring you a lot of news, views, discussion about the real estate industry. Either you are a buyer, seller, or an investor, we ensure that we keep you up to date with the latest in the real estate industry, especially in GTA, Ontario, and whole Canada, I would say. And then we do a lot of knowledge and upgrade about the real estate market all across the world. Not only for buyers, sellers, and investors, but even if you are in the real estate profession as a realtor as well, we ensure whatever we have learned in last 10 or 15 years of my real estate career, I keep sharing all my experience with all my fellow colleagues. Uh, I personally believe on one thing: whatever you have learned good, keep sharing with others. That helps you to grow as a person and as a professional. And it really helped me to grow as a personal and as a professional. Of course, when you are sharing your learnings and experience with others, you get an opportunity to make yourself a little bit better, understanding the perspective of other people, understanding the various aspects of your own person, your own profession, and that really helps you to grow in the life. Lot many friends have already joined over there, so I will request all of you guys, please ensure to mark your presence by saying a hi, hello, or just putting a comment over there. I can see Mr. Bhupesh Khurana. Mr. Bhupesh, thank you very much for your kind words. Bhupesh is saying you are idol to many. Ramandua. Thank you very much, Bhupesh. I really, really appreciate that. I would love to see some comments from some other friends as well. Okay. Um, I can see Dave Ahuja. Glad to be part of team as a real estate strategist. That's great, Dave. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Dinesh Sam, he joins us from Jamaica. Dinesh, thank you very much. Really appreciate. Pooja Kumari, thank you very much, Pooja. Um, how are you? We can see Jyoti Vora, Jyoti ji, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. We can see Sunil. Sunil, thank you very much. We can see Karan Katwani. Karan, how is your anger management going on? I know we spoke about it a couple of times, and I'm pretty sure you might be getting better on your anger management. But I would love to hear a little bit from you about that. I can see Simrat Pal Singh. Greetings from Winnipeg. Very good, Simrat. We are planning to open up our office in Winnipeg. I hope it is next month. So very soon we're gonna meet you over there as well. And we can see Sunil Singh. Sunil connecting after a long time. Thank you very much. Keep up the good work. Oh wow, I got an interesting question here. Karan Katwani. Karan Katwani is saying why 80% realtors are not successful. What a fantastic question, Karan. I'm going to come back to you on this question. Uh, oh, Simrat Pal is saying he met Kamal when he was here. Kamal is planning to be there next month as well because we are opening up our office in Winnipeg. So you will get another opportunity to meet him if you want to. And okay, Bhupesh Kurana. Oh, wow. Bhupesh is saying my younger sister works with SaveMax in Brampton. Once I get my PR, I'm going to join SaveMax and we'll grow together. Absolutely. You're more than welcome. And we can for sure uh, plan to work on it. Dave is asking, how is the real estate current market after Fed has increased rates? What is the outlook? We will talk about that point as well. But friends, today I am going to introduce, let's see what Karan is Karan wants to put some comments on its anger management. My anger management is on progressive way, sir. Thank you so much for your great advice. Thank you, Karan. I'm so happy to hear that it is working very well for you. So, guys, I was talking about the realtor and the real estate profession. So, I am here at one of another beautiful office which we have here in Etobicoke, SaveMax 365. First of all, I really love the name 365 because somehow that fills me with the energy. That fills me that we have 365 days in a year, and how we can make those 365 days productive for us. So it is very very important to be productive in our life. And today I'm going to introduce two amazing personalities, two amazing individuals to you. One is a very famous personality in GTA. I would say not GTA, in whole Ontario, Mihir Oza. So Mihir is the owner of SaveMax 365. Of course, Mihir is actively involved in the mortgage business as well. And Mihir is an entrepreneur who I personally admire because of the way he take his entrepreneurial skills to the next level, and the way he's taking his business to the next level. And it is always good to get associated with amazing people like Mihir. So let's welcome Mihir on the show. Mihir, a very good afternoon. How are you today? Mihir, I think I'm not able to hear you. Let me just see. And guys, if somebody can give me feedback, are you Mihir, are you mute? I am not able to get your voice. If I can get some feedback, are you guys able to hear Mihir from the viewers? If I can get some feedback, Mihir, can you say something? Yeah. Okay. Give me 1 second. I think there could be no. Nobody's able to hear you, Mihir. So I think you have to. Can you say
Audible
something
now?
more, Mihir?
Yeah. Am I audible now?
You are audible now. Yes.
All
Yes.
right. Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much, Ramanji, for coming to our office today and motivating us with the power breakfast session.
Yes, friend. I think and this is what we keep doing, and I personally enjoy communicating with our team members, with our realtors, and giving them a new perspective, especially in today's market. I mean, I think it's very, very important because before we learn real estate, before we understand it, we need to have a concept clarity. And I hope you were also part of the session. What is your feedback about the session, first of all?
It was very excellent. When the chips are down, so to say, people are kind of thinking what is happening, what next, and all. Uh, we are so fortunate to have you as a mentor to guide everyone and make sure that, yeah, the correct inputs are given to them, the motivation level, and then, yeah, and the key point was like take one message out and go and implement it.
Very,
That
very
was
important.
the,
Yes, yes,
yeah.
yes. So, Mayor, before we go further, I want you to give a little bit introduction of yourself, and how are you involved with SaveMax 365, and I would love to get the details about this beautiful office which we have built up here in Toronto.
Sure. So, friends, I have been in the mortgage industry for more than 10 years now. The journey has been quite good. In the past, I have worked with so many of realtors of Samax as well. And last year, when this opportunity came in, wherein you can own a brokerage without having a real estate license, so I definitely got into that. There was no kind of looking back. Of course, the system that Samax has put in is the key, wherein the guidance and the top management support, the support from the marketing, accounting, social media, all of those things. So that has been the key aspects. Having the office in South Etobicoke, Toronto, is of course a strategic expansion for Samax brand. And the beautiful part is that, yeah, we have a state of art office out here. There's like realtor offices, there's workstations, there's the boardroom, all of those things. So, realtors out there, definitely you can touch base with us, come and see the office. And of course, with Samax, you don't need to worry. As long as you are there to put in the hard work, success is definitely going to touch your feet, because yes, hard work is important. Nobody is going to put the food on the table. We have to work hard for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mir, it's very, very important. You spoke about the hard work, and I'm a firm believer of hard work as well. But I also encourage people that after a level, once you attain a level of success, after that you need to be very thoughtful about it. Then you need to convert your hard work into smart work, because then you start running short of time. Then you have to start managing people. So you have to start thinking into that direction. But I really appreciate your comment about the hard work, because it's very, very, very important. Also, guys, we have, see, when you have amazing people in your team who share the same energy, same passion, and especially if it's in the same field, then as a mentor, you really charge up yourself. You really feel like what you need to do more and more for your team members. So I'm going to introduce another team member of SaveMax 365, who himself is a very good success story. So without any further delay, let me introduce another amazing team member from SaveMax 365, Mr. Midul Karakia. Midul, how are you?
Very good, Raman. How are you?
I'm pretty fantastic. Uh, Midul, I'll share some interesting story with you before we go further. When I came into this country in Canada, and when I used to ask people, how are you? A majority of them, they have a habit of saying that, oh, not bad. Am I right? Not bad is a very famous word here.
Yeah,
So I started thinking that, oh, we are using two negative words, not and bad. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to use those negative words. So I started saying, like, I was trying to find out a good word for that. And I got a word which is excellent. So when
mhm,
somebody used to ask me, how are you? I used to say, I'm excellent. But, it was not coming from inside. It was not giving me that pump of the energy. So then I got another word. So when somebody asks me, how are you? My answer is fantastic. And I say with a full force, when you say fantastic, you get a lot of energy from inside.
that's right. There's a lot
Right?
more zest. There's a lot more energy. It's a
Yes.
lot more positive, and it's
Yes.
reinforcement basically. So
Yes.
I've heard you using this, and I've heard this line before, and I've started implementing that as well. Absolutely.
Beautiful. That's fantastic. So, Mithul, first of all, welcome on the show. And I would love to hear from you about your journey in the real estate, your journey in SaveMax 365, and then we will have some other chit chat as well.
Definitely. Firstly, thank you, and I appreciate you bringing me on to the show here. I'd like to definitely congratulate you because in a short span of time, your work, your hard work, your dedication, actually, Raman has gone to different kind of leaps and bounds. In of course a great journey in the past 10 years, 12 years that you opened, 60 plus franchises, 700 plus realtors under your umbrella, and you're growing and expanding so much. So kudos to that, and congratulations, and a lot more success to you as well. And about me, when I started or how I started real estate, well, I've been wanting to do this for a very, very long time. A bunch of friends had mentioned it. Hey, this is it. This is a profession chooses you. So I think that's what happened. I was delaying it for a while, and then the minute I got my license, I knew there was no looking back. And it's only charging forward, storming forward, and I'm loving every day of it. So I think it is a perfect match. Like we are matchmakers for homes. I think this profession was a matchmaker for me as well. So I'm loving it.
That's fantastic, Mithul. Mithul, what's your background? What have you been doing before coming to real estate?
Uh, Bunch of different things. So I used to be working with a fantastic personality called Shamak Davar. He used to be
Oh,
having his dance classes. I was with him for about 17, 18 years where I was a dancer performer myself. And I was teaching people there. I was teaching kids who were like 4 years old, 84 years old. We put up lots of shows in and around different parts of the world. They were opening up their organization, or they were expanding their organization in Ontario, in Toronto. And that's where I got an opportunity. He said, would you like to go? Back and forth. Finally, it happened. I came here. I taught the school for about 7 to 8 years. And then I went back, and then I got into, then I was here, started a different company, events and marketing. I have that company now for about 10 years. And now I'm into real estate in a nutshell.
that's
So yeah,
no, it's such an vast and amazing experience. You spoke about dance. You know what? That really is an amazing form of energy. When you're dancing, and
yeah,
there's a very famous saying. See, people they say, you know what? Dance like no one is watching you, right?
that's right.
Very good,
That's
very good.
absolutely there. But because it was my profession, there were a lot of people watching me as well. So
Ah,
we just apart from being part of some through Shamak School, apart from being just part of some movies or some actual dance performances, actual shows like the likes of IFA Awards and so on, we performed for all of those, traveled the world with Shamak performing for shows. And then in GTA and in Ontario, we've done numerous shows. Like I've taught people here, and now some of them are teaching dance classes. So it feels such a proud moment for me when I see those students who had started classes with me. They were like 9 and 10 at that point of time, but now they're teaching, and it's a very rewarding and fulfilling journey. And that's how I actually met Mihir, because Mihir's daughter used to be in class, and that's how we've been connected for a good 10, 11 years. And when we hear, I was with a different brokerage. Me said, "Hey, this is what I'm thinking of doing. Would you like to jump in? Would you like to come on board?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." Mihir is an amazing person himself, and his mortgage experience, been in the industry for 11, 12 years. That naturally, for this industry nowadays, mortgage is such a crucial part. Like, we realtors don't close a deal without mortgage, right? So, or unless and until
Absolutely.
it's a cash deal. So that
Yeah.
kind of guidance that we get from me here, we're like, okay, this is a good, and that's what made me switch say to say Max 365.
Yeah, Mitul, I wanna make an observation here. You know what? When you said that you taught a couple of people, and they were student at that time, and today you're so happy when you see them. They are starting their own schools, and when you see them growing, that really tells me something good about you. You know what? There are very few people who actually feel happiness in seeing other people when they are growing. So I always tell people, there are only two people who really feels happy when you outgrow them, when you become bigger and better than them. And one is your father, and another one is your mentor.
That's right.
So, I'm so happy to see another amazing mentor in you. And that really built up my confidence that you can very comfortably attain the newer heights in the real estate industry. Because that is what the biggest challenge of the real estate industry was, in that there was no, it was a very flat model. There's no kind of like system where people can grow themselves. And
Mhm.
I really fought with myself and fought with others to ensure that I bring the thought process to the industry where people can mentor each other, they can support each other, and they can help each other to grow. So I see another amazing upcoming team leader in you, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna make everybody feel proud with that thought process. So great job, and I really appreciate it.
Appreciate it, thank you. And you rightly said, you know what, the way the transition is, like you correctly put, your mentor, your guru, your teacher, your parents, they want you to outgrow, they want you to pass what they've learned over. So I think in this industry, apart from just looking at it from competition, I know from the day one that I started in the industry, I look at realtors as colleagues, because we together need to work to make a successful transaction happen. Somebody's trusting with us with not a small amount of money. It's their hard-earned savings. It's their, so if you need to get that guidance, if you need, like, even I till date, I'll ask a lot of questions to my colleague realtors, to my broker of record. How do I do this? Because every deal is unique. Every deal is, so if you work together, sky is the limit, and you only grow together. Like did Raman. At some point, you were a realtor knocking doors, and now you have 700 hands, 700 pair of hands working for you, or working with you, and that's how we all grow together. So absolutely.
Absolutely. Great, great. Mitul, I really appreciate. Let me come on to you now. I have seen, when I entered into the office, I've seen that beautiful car, Tesla, on the banners and everywhere. Tell me something more about that, because that was very interesting.
For sure. Of course, this is an inspiration from you as well. Uh, so what we have done is at CMX 365 is that you join us, and we promise you that you'll be driving a Tesla within the first 365 days. So the car is yours, but the payments are on the brokerage. So that's what it is. And you choose the car, may it be Model 3, Model Y, Model X, Model S. Of course, there's like different levels as per your performances, but that's what it is. So we wanted people to be driving electric, of course, good for the environment. And as realtors, there's so many kilometers that you clock, right? So why? And looking at the gas prices, yeah, they are down right now, but we've touched more than $2 too. So this is more about putting money in your pocket, of course, a luxury drive, but at the same time, yeah, definitely, we want to change how you do your real estate profession.
That's really fantastic. So, guys, all the realtors out there, hear it out. Uh, Mir is offering you to drive a Tesla from company. That's something. it's really very amazing. Like who doesn't want to do that? Me, I'm thinking that I should come and join SaveMax 365.
Of course. Well, for you, it will be done in a week. I know that.
No, I really appreciate that, and I really appreciate you being so thoughtful about it. That you're thinking about environment and you are encouraging people to drive electric. I know I'm a little bad onto that side, and I myself drive a car with the petrol. But I really got a good thought process from today's discussion, and I think we should encourage more and more people to become environment friendly. Mitul, let me come to you. What do you think about this promotion, and which car you are actually targeting to?
I've been looking towards the Model Y, but I think if you are coming in and joining SaveMax 365, you can be under my game changer model, and I can now move to Model X.
I love it, man. I love it.
So that's where it is there.
That's that's really very fantastic. Mihir, Mitul, today I know it was an early morning session on Saturday. I want to get some feedback from both of you. How did you like that session? Like and how your team is feeling. So let's first come on to Mitul. Mitul, did what's different in SaveMax? What did you feel about it?
I think just the concept, like you correctly mentioned, the plateau is very okay. I'm a realtor. I'm in the business. I've done one transaction, two transactions, five transactions, 20 transactions, 35 transactions. You're still there. Yeah, you're getting your commission. You're increasing, but you're not moving up the ladder. You're not moving it from a business because this is a business. It's not just as much as yes, you're an individual consultant. What I saw is when I was shopping around or looking around. I saw that there were different things or different scenarios that SaveMax had to offer, right from building a team. You can build a business. There's a backend who's taking care of your deal aspect of it, which is the game changer model. Then at that point, I even saw that there was like a retirement income model. There was something next of kin line model. So those things are what actually said, you know what, you're thinking of an overall growth versus just an individual realtor. I've always been a firm believer of growing, building a team, working together, helping each other grow, and I think that's what. Came with very ease to me, and of course Mihir encouraged, and Mihir said that, hey Mitul, I do see this in you, why don't you join forces and let's do something together. And somebody put that faith and trust in me, and I just said sure, why not. It was a good opportunity, came in at that right time, and I said yeah, let's make use of it. So
Perfect. That's fantastic, Mitul. I really really appreciate that, and as I said, I see a bright future. I see another amazing team leader with a good game changer. And the power of the game changer is like I have one of my very successful team leader who actually manages such a big team, Sachin Gupta. Just imagine, like if you get a Sachin under you, he's going to build up a team of 150 200 people in 6 months for you. And then you can have a check. Like yesterday only we gave a check to one of a very young star of SaveMax, Mr. Utsav Kohli. He's a 28-year-old guy, and he got $18,000 check for the game changer just from one quarter. He earned $150,000 in the game changer in last 12 months. So that is the power of the game changer.
that's amazing. That,
Yes.
that's really amazing, and that's what I would like to probably tell the realtors who are already licensed or hoping to get licensed. You know what? There is a lot more. Don't just think about your next transaction. Don't just think about, yes, it's important. Every transaction, whether it is rental, whether it is pre-construction, buying, selling, anything, whatever you're doing in real estate, or if it's a commercial real estate, don't look at it just from a transaction perspective. Look at it from a bigger picture. Don't just think brokerage A is giving me 100%, brokerage A B is giving me 50%, brokerages C, whatever your commission may be. If you're not doing a deal, irrespective of whichever brokerage you're in, doesn't make a difference. But if you're working with an environment, such like me, has set up such a beautiful office here, right opposite Shoreway Garden. It's so easy to move around if you need to come in. And just from the back end of SaveMax, with the support with today's deal. You don't need to go to collect a check or a commission check. Everything can happen digitally, right? Like, right. So everything can happen electronically. So don't look at it and just get stuck. Think about what more you can do, how much more you can grow. Think about building your own team, and those are all the opportunities that can come and can happen for you. So if you are a realtor looking and working at a different brokerage, why don't you grab a coffee with me or Mihir or Raman, and let us help you. Let us see how we can help you to change your business. I'm here willing to change my business, grow my business. If you are coming on board, we'll just make it a much stronger team for sure.
That's fantastic. Mitul, I would love to have your phone number as well.
647-344-5566.
5566. So, guys, I'm going to display Mitul's phone number as well. Mitul is an amazing, amazing individual. And if you want to become part of Team Save Max, you get in touch with Mitul. Mitul 647-344-5566. Wow, that's very interesting number. It's very easy to remember. 647-344-5566. Am I right?
My ducks are already cleaned. Please don't call me if you're a duck cleaning company. We just got it done. So
That's quite interesting. So, Mitul, thank you very much for joining us for today. I really appreciate that.
thank you, Raman. It was a pleasure. Appreciate it.
All right. So, Mayor, somebody's asking your phone number. They want to get in touch with you, Mr. Dev Ahuja. So, would you
Sure.
mind sharing your phone
So
number
it's
as well?
647
Uh-huh.
710
Okay.
7374.
Okay. So, Mr. Dev, I'm going to share Mihir's phone number as well. It is 647-710-7374. Mihir, before I say goodbye to you, any message you want to give out to give to the realtors out there? If they want to become part of SaveMax 365, please share your address. I already shared your phone number, and we already spoke about that beautiful Tesla, which a person can drive when they become part of Team SaveMax 365.
Yeah, so realtors out there, I mean, don't wait for the opportunity. The opportunity is right now today, because if you keep waiting, the opportunity will just go by. So yeah, give me a call, 647-710-7374. We are by Sherway Gardens. It's beautiful location out here, accessible at all the highways. You got 427, you got the Gardiner, you got the DVP, QEW, everything is kind of close by. And we are a growing team. Of course, we are looking for energetic realtors, even if you are new or experienced. In fact, this morning we had some interns join on our program for the morning session with Raman. And these interns are into the real estate course right now. So if you are planning to get into real estate, get in touch with us, because we have set up a beautiful paid internship program as well. You can be part of it, wherein from the get-go during the course, you would get all these kind of learnings. So, and then of course you can shadow other realtors, be part of the process as well. And then, yeah, we want you to be in the field pretty soon. And yeah, this morning it was amazing. There were interns from IT or pharmacy background and all. And Raman has ensured them that, yeah, their salary after 10 years might still be the same. But in real estate, in 10 years, you'll be earning 3 times more. So that was a beautiful example, and yeah, a very live example. So yeah, don't worry. 6 months, you given your 24 hours, because as Raman says, if you are 23 hours, 59 minutes, and 59 seconds into real estate, you are a part timer. As long as you're giving your 24 hours, success is to be all yours.
Absolutely, absolutely. Mihir, and I really appreciate Mihir you joining us, and thank you very much, Mitul, for you joining us. And I already shared Mihir's phone number, which is 647-710-7374. So if you want to become part of Team SaveMax 365 and want to drive a beautiful Tesla, come and join us. And also, I would love to share number for Mitul. He is very open to do business, very open to grow team. And I loved his attitude to build up the game changer as well, because this is what a smart businessman, this is what a smart entrepreneur would think like. And that's very amazing to hear that. So Mitul's phone number is 647-344-5566. Thank you, Mihir, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah. All right, then. Have a nice day. Bye.
Thank you. All right, guys. Now I'm going to bring two more amazing personalities. One is the person who always keep pushing me at my back and say, Raman, you know what? We have to do better. We have to do best. And, we always try to bring the best out of each other. Without further delay, let me bring Sachin on board as well. And then I'm going to introduce to another old friend of mine, not old by age. If you will meet this gentleman, you will find he's still sweet 16. And I have seen people, like I've seen only two people in this world who are going, who are getting younger with, the more they are growing, the younger they are becoming. One is Anil Kapoor and one is Mr. Praveen Kalra. So Praveen,
Thank you so much.
Praveen, any kind of medicine, any kind of Ayurvedic medicine or anything which you eat to stay younger?
No, it is just, I think, the discipline, keeping my daily routine. I get up early in the morning, do my exercise, have a balanced diet. So I'm just maintaining myself on regular basis. No medicines, no vitamins or anything.
That's good to know. Sachin, did you hear something?
Yes, I did. I did. You have to stay away from all the mithais and all that stuff.
Yes.
No, you can have little bit, but not too much.
Yes. I think
Yeah.
Praveen has put
Only
up a
difference
very
that
good
we also
point.
take little people. We take it multiple times. That little bit.
No. Over a little bit is too much. That's great. So, Sachin, anyway, how are you today?
I'm good, Raman. First of all, good afternoon to all the viewers.
That's great. So, Praveen, how is everything at your end?
Fantastic. I would use your word. Yes, it
Love
is
to
all
hear
good.
that.
It's
Love to
absolutely
hear
fine.
that. Great. So, let's give Sachin a couple of minutes to talk about the real scenario in the real estate industry, like what is on the grounds right now. Because if we look at the data, if we read the news, and if we try to get the statistics and all this stuff, Sachin, that the picture is totally different. Then it
Yeah.
looks like there's a big problem all across the world, and especially in the real estate industry. And tomorrow all the houses is gonna fell down, and people are gonna be bankrupt. All that kind of thing which is happening by the media. But
Yeah.
what is on the ground zero, that is very, very important, because when we go and see the reality, then I look a little bit different situation out there, isn't it?
Definitely, Raman. Again, even I am looking at all the social media news and everything, and I think somehow the perception that has been created in the mind of the layman is that sky is falling. There is some kind of real estate tsunami is coming, wherein all houses will be selling dirt cheap, and no one will be there to buy these houses, and some way that impression has been created. But whereas my team, we are working at the ground zero. We are doing listings, we are working with the buyers, we are working with the investors. Yes, there is a change in the market, there has been correction in the market, but there is no tsunami, there is no crash in the market. Like, to give you an example, we listed a property just 3 days before in Mississauga, and we had approximately around 12 offers on that property. Okay, which clearly tells us that buyer is there in the market. There is a buyer. Its only thing is that just because of the situation, because they are seeing the interest rate going up, they are seeing all the negative news, and as a layman, sometimes we follow the herd policy that, what, if everybody is saying to stop, let's stop. And that's what create the recession. Sometimes we talk about recession never comes. It's we who brings the recession,
Yes.
right? Just because one person is saying that, what, the prices are going down, or everybody will stop buying, and that's when you bring the prices down. So if we talk about the ground, if I talk about the buyers, there are buyers in the market. We are still looking at some multiple offer situation on the properties. If we are looking at investors, there are investors who are looking for good deals in the market right now, because they understand, because of the fear that has been created, there is going to be some panic selling, and those investors, they are looking for those panic deals right now. But again, if you ask me, I have said this before and I will repeat myself, that the market has corrected, the interest rate has gone up, but it has not gone that much up that, what, it will bring any kind of crash to the market. If we go just 3 years back, pre-pandemic, the approximate prime rate was approximately between 3.2 to 3.7%. Right now, we are sitting at 4.7%. So we are only 1% up from what we were in pre-pandemic era. And that 1% has not been increased because the real estate value has gone up. It has increased because the inflation has gone up, because the prices of the groceries has gone up, because the prices of the gas has gone up, because any services that you take right now, the price of that thing has gone up. Real estate is just one factor that we are talking about. So as far as the ground zero is concerned, Raman, I do not see that kind of problem which has been portrayed in social media or in the news. That much I can tell you.
Hmm. Praveen, do you have? I'm pretty sure you might have your own opinion onto this. Let's first hear from you as well. What Sachin is saying. What do you think about it?
No, I 100% agree with Sachin. There are buyers looking for good deals. As he said, it is a correction of the market. It's the fair value. I mean, I live in Milton, and Milton properties are selling still on very quick, closing deals because they're putting at the right amount. The listing price is close to the fair value. I mean, if expectations are very high, then yes, of course, sellers would be in the false paradise. You have to list the property well, you have to present it well. There are buyers in the market who will buy it right away.
Hmm. That's that's
And
quite
Raman,
interesting.
to add to that, as you know, and the way the market is behaving, more than the market, it's as a realtors or as a professionals, we need to correct our mindset with the changing market, with the correcting market, because somehow the realtors, they are still living in that pandemic era, wherein you know what, there was a huge gap between demand and supply. There were way less properties than the buyers we had in the market. Because of that, some crazy buyer end up paying, or working with a realtor who does not understand the market. He was and end up paying 200K, 250K more for the same house. Now that extra money is just gone out from the market. Even if you look at the stats, forget about what I am saying. Even if you look at the stats, if you compare between June 2021 and June 2022, we are still sitting approximately around 8% higher than what we were last year. If you compare this trend to pre-pandemic era, we are still sitting approximately around say 22% over higher than what we were in 2019 before pre-pandemic, right? So if you look at the long run, there is none, the values have not gone down, the prices have not gone down. Only thing is that we are doing the wrong comparison by comparing one property which got sold today to property which got sold in the peak time, which is in January. That's not how real estate works. Real estate works on a long term basis. It's an investment. It is not something which you can sell every month and you can make profit out of it. So only thing is this, that what I'll recommend to all my fellow realtors, all my friends who are in real estate, we need, along with the correcting market, we need to correct our mindset also. That is very, very important.
Yeah, and I think Sachin, you have raised a very valid point of correcting the mindset, and I really appreciate that observation. And guys, this is the hard fact as well. If you go in the market today, now let me tell you something interesting. If the house is listed on a very genuine market price, or I would say even a little bit less than what it is worth for, like that's a marketing strategy as well, and there's nothing wrong into it. There's a lineup of the buyers, as Sachin said, like there are 12 offers. So let's say even if Sachin put their house $50,000 less than what it is worth for,
Yeah.
but still there are buyers out there. There are 15, 12 people who are willing to buy that house, right? I was talking to a couple of my team members yesterday. There was another property which went on to with 22 offers. So guys, be thoughtful about it. I'm not saying go crazy and start putting buying the houses. No, think about it. The market is not going to go anywhere 30, 40, 50% as people are thinking. People are thinking that what, tomorrow, as Sachin said, sky is going to fall down, it's going to be a tsunami. Okay, if you are thinking that way, wish you good luck. I don't have the same opinion, right? I got a comment there, Sachin, on my social media a couple of days before. Somebody said, I am waiting for the prices of 2015. And my answer was, you were waiting in 2015, you were waiting on the prices of 2005.
Yes.
In 2005, you were waiting the prices of 1995. But 2015 prices were in 2015. So why
Yes.
you want to go backward? Live in the present.
And my friend, do you want your house price to go to 2015? This is what you want,
Yeah.
right? When real estate goes down to that level, even your house price will go down, even your investments will go down, right? So think about what we are wishing for.
Yes. All right. So let me ask you both a question. Sachin, I was a new immigrant. You immigrated to this country. Praveen, you also came as an immigrant. what was the biggest challenge you might have faced, or what is the biggest challenge a new immigrant face when they land in Canada for, like, either as a student or as an on a work permit or as a new immigrant? What are the challenges most of the time people they face?
So again, Raman, first of all, I can tell you, I came to Canada in 2007, and I had no one over here in Canada. I knew nobody over here in Canada. I didn't knew that, when I land over here, who will pick me from the airport. So me and my wife Chanchal, I told my wife that, what, let's since WWICS, they were, handling my immigration. I said, what, they have some kind of apartments, and let's rent those apartments. It might cost us $600-700 at that time. I'm talking about around 12, 15, 14 years back. Let's take that. And my wife, she had some she had an uncle, and she kind of insisted that, let's go and stay with them for some time, and then we'll go move forward. Which, to begin with, I was not comfortable, but later on, once we are here, definitely, after that, it was a history. But the biggest challenge that I was at that time I had is that how I will start my life over here. Who will pick me from the airport? Where will I go and stay? Will somebody will be there to help me to get my basic things done, like social insurance number? How do I get my driving lessons? What do I need to get my driving lessons? How do I find my first job? If I want to buy a car, how do I find the right person who can get me a car? If you remember, Raman, I called you that, Raman, I want to buy a car. Is there anyone to help me? Right? And thankfully, you connected me to one of another friend, and that's how I kept on moving forward. But will everybody will get a person like Raman? Maybe not, right? I still see a lot of people who are struggling to get their basic things done. So these are the first challenge for any new immigrant when they start from any country, whether it's India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, right? And they decide to come to Canada. These are the first few challenges that they encounter, and they need a lot of support, a lot of guidance, because at that time, that guidance will steer them into right direction. That small, I would say, direction will decide that what path they will drive to in this country. Okay, so it is very, very important, the guidance that we get in the beginning, the support that we get in the beginning, so that is very, very important. That's what the biggest challenge that we will face, Raman, as per me.
I think you have raised a very valid and very solid points onto that. So, Praveen, of course, you worked in the settlement services for almost like what, 2 decades now?
No, 17 years.
17 years. Wow, that's pretty long time. And you were meeting a lot many new immigrants when they were coming. They were sharing their challenges and the problems and all that stuff. So, do you agree? A little bit with Sachin what he said, or like anything additional
No,
you would like to put there?
absolutely. These are the challenges any newcomer would face coming to Canada. Besides this, there's a big cultural shock. There's a change in the weather pattern. When I can recollect that I came to Canada in 2004, 4th of February, and when I landed at Pearson Airport, the temperature was minus 30 degrees. And somebody was supposed to come and pick me up, and it was, I think, 6 in the morning. I tried calling that gentleman. He would not pick up the phone. Until about 10:30, I really didn't know what to do now, because I did not know what address I'm going to. I was totally dependent on this person to respond back. Finally, he came at 11:30 to pick me up, and he said, "Oh, I overslept." And these are the kind of small things, wherein a good mentor or somebody who can guide you with all these things in the initial days can really help you. I have seen people, the other thing I would say is people also will have to change their mindset, because quite a few people who come here as permanent residents based on their education or experience, and they might be at, very high positions back home. When they come here, it's a ground reality for them. They are under the expectation that, the employment rate is very high here. Unemployment rate is 5%. I'll get a job easily. Or maybe there's a job on the plate for me. When you come here, you have to be prepared that it's beginning from the scratch. From the employer's perspective, your resume does not have a Canadian experience. they do not recognize the employers you are working for back home. So my strongest suggestion to newcomers has always been get into the workforce, even if it is working for Tim Hortons or Amazon or Starbucks, because once you start working for them, now the employers are kind of getting that feel that this candidate has Canadian experience, has soft skills that can fit into our workforce and our labor force. Your past credentials and education will start coming in. You know, you have the knowledge. What you lack was just the Canadian experience. So once you have 3 months or 2 months or 5 months of experience in these small part-time jobs, you are definitely getting back into the roadmap to a successful career in Canada. We've all gone through this, and we've got become successful.
Perfect. So, Praveen, now we know the problem, right? I also faced the same challenge as a new immigrant. You also faced the same challenge. Sachin also faced the same challenge. Like a new immigrant is coming. Just imagine, like, as you shared your story, like I'm standing there at airport and nobody's coming there to pick me up. I don't know where to go. Like, so I paid somebody on Airbnb or like whatever it is. I paid them like 2 months rent. And, they showed me some pictures of like, wow, you're going to get this. I actually met with a student who I know from back home. And they told me like, Raman, we paid like $900 for the rent for 2 months, and I was told that I'm gonna get a single room, and I got beautiful pictures of that room. But when I reached here, the room was not even in the livable condition. Just think about it. And there were 7 people living over there in that particular 2 bedrooms, and now this person has nowhere to go, and he has already paid $900. And now he cannot go and complain to anybody because you're just dealing with some random person on the Airbnb, and you don't even know that person. There's no professional backup, there's no corporate backup, and now he's stuck up.
Raman, I met a student last week, and he is paying $600 per month.
Right.
They are staying next to Sheridan College, and I just met him at his grocery store. What he told me that they have no beds, there is no dining table or chair, so the living room has been converted into five mattresses on the floor. So
Wow.
five students are sleeping in the living room. Each bedroom has 2 mattresses, and they're being shared by 2 students. So the whole house actually had 11 students living in it. But it was only mattresses. They had to bring their own quilts. There was no dining table or chair. They had to share, of course, groceries and all they had to share. But what I'm saying is, in the name of furnished house or furnished accommodation, all they were given was just a mattress.
Yes.
Praveen,
And I
to
think,
what you are saying, I would like to add over there, lot of students, even immigrants, they come with a hope that they are moving to a better country with a better lifestyle, with a better experience and even parents, they spend so much of money so that their kids can have a better education over here, their kids can have a better lifestyle over here, they can have a better and they're coming from a very, I would say, well-to-do families from back home, no matter what country they come from. And being a realtor, like we have seen what you're saying, I have seen that from my eyes. I have gone through those houses where I have seen living rooms getting converted into 2 or 3 rooms. Temporary driveways all been put in over there. There was no proper ventilation to those rooms, and kids, like I would say, kids like girls, boys, they are living over there with no, I would say, proper living conditions. And it's sad to see those conditions wherein just because they were not getting a proper, it's not that those facilities are not available over here. Yes, all those facilities are available till the time somebody is there to guide them, somebody is there to tell them, what, how this is how you can get the right I would say residential accommodation at a cheap, or I would say good price. So those options are available, but just because they are not able to connect to the right people, they have to go for whatever they have got. They are dependent upon whatever their friends will provide them. They are dependent upon whatever small connections they have. So there is no professional services available to help them, to provide them all right information, all the right facilities at a reasonable price. So that is, I would say, a big lacking in the industry that we still see even after all the date communications, everything we have right now. So that's a big vacuum that we have right now.
That's right.
No, we are filling that vacuum, Sachin.
Yeah.
That is where
Yes.
SafeMax has come into picture.
Let's
Yes.
talk about that, Praveen. So
Yes.
let's talk about that. Go ahead, Praveen.
So basically, Raman and I had been talking to each other. As he had said, I had known him since 2005. We were working together in an organization wherein I moved to a government organization which was primarily into settlement services for newcomers and refugees and international students. And I've been part of SafeMax since 2012 as a part-time realtor. But me and Raman was always sharing the same vision. How can we work together to help these new migrants, newcomers who are facing all these hardships? So I think last year I decided to come full on board with SafeMax and start these services. So although we call it post-landing services, we start our services prior to departure. So our first step is, as soon as a client signs up with us, we give them a pre-departure orientation session. And in that session, we inform them about what all documents they need to prepare when they are traveling to Canada. Like it could be, the immunization certificates for the children, the certified copies of educational documents. What assets are you bringing in, and what you are bringing in within 1 year of your first landing, as it is called, in Canada. Because not many people know that Canada Border Services allows you to import whatever belongs to you within 12 months of your first landing. But if you do not declare it at the time of entry, then it might be deemed as a new import and they might charge you custom duties. So these are the things which we tell clients prior to departure, that please be prepared with all these things. If you have driving experience, we tell them to get an authenticity letter issued from the authority, so that your experience is counted once you come in Canada. Your experience is counted and you can straight away get your no condition G license. Otherwise, there's a gradation system wherein you have to wait for 1 year to move to the upper tier. You get G1 license, wait for 1 year, you get your G2, then wait for another year to get G. But if you have an authenticity letter which shows how long you've been driving this car and you experience, this is waived off. You can right away get your G license. Besides this session, what we do is we provide the Canadian SIM card to the candidate before they go on the board. It is activated 24 hours before your flight. And the reason why I do it 24 hours before is that we do not want clients to use it. There'll be roaming charges. So it is activated just 24 hours prior to flight. The clients also let us know their flight number, what date they are coming, and we will have our team pick them up from the airport. The advantage of having an Indian phone number is, as soon as they reach the port of entry, they give us a call that my flight has come, I should be out in 1 hour. There'll be a person waiting at the airport to pick them up and take them to the accommodation. Either they have their own accommodation with friends, relatives, or anybody, Airbnb, hotel they booked in, or we have our own furnished accommodations available, which they can book prior to departure. So we take them there, we give them meals, and on day 0, we let them rest. Next day, we pick them up from the airport, from the accommodation, and take them to Service Canada for getting the social insurance number. We already pre-book these appointments based on their flight and arrival date. Same afternoon, we'll take them to the bank for issuance of the credit card and opening a bank account. Next day, we bring them again to the office and do a post-arrival orientation session, wherein we'll tell them about life in Canada, education system, taxation system, financial literacy. Because again, I would tell you, not many people know what is loonie, what is toonie, what is a quarter. They all know only Canadian dollar. So we do not want them to feel a stranger when they go out in the market. We teach them how to be a smart shopper, because there's something which is called price match here. You don't have to go to 5 grocery stores to pick up wherever it is available at the low cost. You go to one store, you have your app open, you get the price match there itself. These are the small savings which nobody would teach us otherwise. Again, we take them to the drive test centers for writing the G1 test, which is the road and sign test. We ensure that they get the G1 test because that's the basic primary ID in Ontario. Your PR card or any other document would not have the address. Your driving license is the only ID which has your address on it. Now, we would try to support them as long as they have journey in Canada. We have connections with employment agencies and employers. We'll connect them to the employers for part-time jobs. We make sure that their stay in Canada is stress-free and they have all the guidance, all support they need to become successful in Canada. Like Sachin mentioned about buying a car. There are so many curbside dealers who have fooled newcomers by giving them the wrong cars. We introduced the idea of what is called OMVIC, which is the regulatory body for car dealerships in Ontario. So we tell them what all points you have to look at to make sure that you're not being fooled by a dealer. So Raman, these are the things which we do in post-landing services.
Yeah, and Praveen, I think this is working on one of the biggest challenge and problem of a new immigrant, because when somebody lands into this country and if their first experience is bad, if the first impression is bad, we always say the first impression is the last impression. And you carry that impression for a long time. Yeah. So I think this is a very good solution, and on a very nominal cost, your kids and your family members can be so comfortable that they are being taken care by a well-organized corporation. They are not dealing with the strangers over here. We have offices in India where you can get connected with our franchisees over there in India, and you can subscribe for those services. And Praveen is taking lead onto that. Praveen, I would love to have your phone number as well. Like if somebody wants to get in touch with you to know more about this, can you share your phone number?
Yeah, it's 647
yeah.
212 5987.
5987. Praveen, somebody put up a question there. They're asking, like, what is the expenditure for all the post-landing services? Would you like to share some of the details and share the website as well?
Sure. So these details are available on saymax.com under post-landing tab. But if you want, I can share the prices right now. If you want me to, Raman?
Yes, please.
Okay. So we have two packages. For international students, primarily it is the gold package, and it is costing $890 plus taxes. And the other package is platinum package, which is $990 plus taxes.
Perfect. So Manju, I'm pretty sure you got the answer to your question. And it's very simple and easy, but it's very useful. And also we will help them in getting the job as well, which is very, very important, right?
Raman, I would just like to say here, like when we say the 890 or 990, somebody might say that it's expensive. Just on SIM card, I'll give you an example. The offer we have is 10 GB for $40 per month. It also has 1,000 minutes to India every month free of charge.
Oh.
And there is no activation fee. Now, if the person arrives in Canada and wants to do a 10 GB plan here, minimum is $55. There is no 1,000 minutes free. Minimum is $14.98 if you have to buy 1,000 minutes per month talk time to India. And there's an activation fee of $50.
Right.
So in 1 year itself, you are already saving about $400. Pickup from the airport to any location in GTA would cost you $80 to $100. We pick you up free of charge. But in the long run, when we talk of continued support, international student, obviously they are coming here to become permanent residents, not go back after studies. They have to apply for a postgraduate work permit. Thereafter, they have to become permanent residents, or they have to become citizens. They go to an immigration consultant or a lawyer. Minimum charges would be $1,500 to $2,000. Now, we are not immigration consultants. We would not become their representatives, but we would help them fill those forms free of charge. So their savings are far more than what they would initially be paying for.
Right. That's great, Praveen. So, Praveen, I really appreciate, and I think a lot many people can take advantage of this. And I will share Praveen's number one more time: 647-212-5987. Thank you very much, Praveen, for sharing all the wonderful information. Thank you very much, Sachin, for joining for today's session. You just
And
get
thank you,
very.
Raman, for letting us in. Thank you so much. And pleasure talking to all.
Thank you, Praveen. And Sachin, 30 seconds for you.
Yeah, all right.
My message for today would be for all my realtor friends, because the kind of market we are going through in this market, you need more support, you need more training, you need more a better ecosystem to work and create success in real estate. We have gone out from the market wherein we can, with the things are moving so fast. So this is the market wherein you need the right support system and right platform to grow. Yesterday only we were doing our quarter two awards, Raman, and I would love to share that new realtors who have just got their license in last 2 to 3 months, they are able to receive awards between $2 to $5 million, even in this market as a brand new realtors. That clearly shows. I won't talk about high performers who have done 10, 20, 40 millions. I'll talk about those new budding realtors who have just got their license. Even they are able to get their license and they are able to create success. Even $2 million for me is a bigger success than somebody who has done 20 or $30 million, because he entered into this market when the market is going on the lower side. There are all the challenges they are facing, and even then they are able to create success for themselves. They are able to start in real estate. So if you are also having those challenges to create success in real estate, please do contact me or contact any of SaveMax team leads, and we will explain you how our ecosystem, how our platform can help you grow and create success for yourself in real estate. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you very much.
All right.
Perfect. That's
Thank you
great,
so
Sachin.
much.
Thank you very
Bye-bye.
much, Praveen. Thank you very much. So,
Thank you.
guys,
Much.
see
Bye-bye.
how much knowledge, information we bring for you guys, and I'm pretty sure you all will appreciate it. So, thank you very much for joining us for today's session, and stay connected, stay tuned. And if you have not liked onto my YouTube page yet, which comes with the name Rise with Raman, or all other social media handles comes with the same name, Rise with Raman. So, stay connected, stay happy, stay healthy, and we will see you next week sharp at 12 o'clock with some more information and some more knowledge for you. Thank you very much, guys, and have a fantastic weekend ahead. Bye bye.
Thank you very much.